This week I'm starting things off a bit differently. I'm at a skate park that I first visited last week, and I'm not skating at my usual skate park today for the first session of the week because I'm doing a lot of the same stuff and I'm comparing myself to myself, and I've been having a tough time lately, so I think it's better to get out here, be creative, try new things, and not compare myself to what I did better in other sessions, but just a blank slate, being creative, having fun. I have a couple of ideas of what I want to try here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do today, but I'm just going to do what feels right today and try to have fun. And maybe it's nothing, maybe something cool ends up happening, we'll see. Good, sir. I don't know what it is lately, but it's the same shit each week now for a few weeks. It starts out okay and then gets really bad and really frustrating. And it got so frustrating I just had to stop before I would throw my deck around and break another one. And it hasn't been like this for a while, but it has been almost a month now, so it's really annoying. It almost feels like the setup no longer works, like the grip is no longer there and the deck just slips out from under me, and like there's no pop, and I really don't know what it is. I thought it was me, and at the moment I'm questioning everything, including my setup. I had no intentions this week for another madness video, but the first session, the third week in a row, it was bad again, and like I said, I had the idea that it wasn't totally me. And when I looked at my trucks, I saw that my bushings were broke, especially at the tail of the deck, and the pivot cups were also broken. So I think I have found the culprit there. I was so incredibly frustrated when I was going home, and I was frustrated the entire day, and I was troubleshooting what could have went wrong there, because this setup felt like the best setup that I have skated, and from one session to another it felt terrible and I felt like a beginner skater. And then I remembered the first day the setup was skating bad, the trucks were also creaking quite a lot, they were very noisy all of a sudden. And then I remembered that the session I had before they started making noise, I wrote the pump track with the setup, and I think that was the session that put the bushings and the pivot cups over the edge. So I've got a Thunder rebuild kit. I'm going to put that on the Baker with Thunder setup, and I hope that fixes the problem. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do the same thing with my Royal and Death Wish setup, and I hope this will change things and I can skate normal again without all the frustration, because 3 weeks in a row this doesn't seem to be normal and it doesn't seem to be all me. Although it might sound like an easy excuse, but we will see that in the next session, which I will have to wait for because we are going to have rain for a few days. The day after tomorrow I have to play a festival, and it's Tuesday, still Tuesday today, and I hope I can go out and skate again on Friday. But we'll see. But first, let's change up these things. Don't mind the mess in the rest of this room. This is my rehearsal space and everything is packed up for a gig. I've got my skate music set up playing for everyone who knows the Dying to Live video. But you can see this bushing is really crushed and smooshed. The bottom one seems a bit more okay, and the pivot cup also doesn't look that great. And that's on the back. I'm back at my regular skate park, thinking it would be nice and quiet here on a Friday morning. I have the day off because yesterday was a holiday in the Netherlands. I work for the government. We have a bridge day today, but apparently this Friday morning all the kids have off from school too. But I've got the new bushings and the new pivot cups in there. Usually I hate the break-in on Thunder bushings, but so far it feels pretty okay. I've got them flush, which isn't normal for me, so maybe these might work for me. I'm still a bit sore from yesterday. I don't expect to do a lot because it's busy, because I'm sore, and because these things are new, and because my session earlier this week was bad. I'm not sure how much I will show you. I'm not even sure how much I will film, but I will just get to it. It's a bit better today, but not by a lot. I'm still lacking some grip, but I already cleaned it a few times and you can see it gets really dirty. I can feel it on my feet, and I have to get my confidence back. That's also a big issue at the moment. And to add insult to injury, also a bearing broke. But it's starting to rain now, so I'm gonna pack up. This wasn't really a useful session, but at least I know the bushings are working. I still have to skate them in a bit, but I hope it gets better soon because this really sucks. Alright folks, we're going down the rabbit hole here. Because I have to change my bearings, I like to change them all at once, so they're all fresh and new. But I was also thinking if I would have to change my wheels because I've been skating them for a year, and I thought maybe I should check if they're still okay. So I measured them with a digital caliper, and it turns out those 53 millimeter wheels are now just barely holding on to 49 millimeters. So I think it's fair to say that it's time to change them too. Not because I want to, but because I think I have to, and while I'm at it, let's change that up too. I also have to change my wife's bearings because she's skating old reds that I used to use, which are really dried up and also don't sound great. So I'm going to watch the latest Band de Grow video with Sal Barbier, and I'm going to get the screw in. That sounded wrong. I'm back at the skate park on a Saturday morning with the family. I know this is a crazy episode. I would rather not put it out because it's really embarrassing, but this is part of it, and I think it would be unfair not to show the shit that happens as well, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who this happens to. Today I'm happy with everything. I want to get back into it. I know I've been dealing a lot with the gear and the setups, but I know it's not just the setup. It played a part in it because everything that gets broken down a bit affects how you skate. But it was also the 2 slams I had about 2 or 3 weeks ago that really took my confidence. Then everything started shifting on my board. That also took a lot of my confidence, and my board feel was gone, and it's kind of a vicious circle. Those things go hand in hand. And for now, I think the best possible option is to try to get back into it. So I want to try my usual stuff here and see if I can get back into it. Ja. Ja, zeker. Dankjewel. Oh, bijna. Even though those were all regular things for me here, I'm really happy those worked out today. I'm starting to get my confidence and my board feel back. I think the pop is still missing a little bit. Everything feels a bit too rocket, but this is a good start and I'm really happy with today. And a happy-go-lucky streak on this Sunday while my wife and kid are swimming. I thought let's take the opportunity and go back to my city of birth. I've been there in January. It's already May now. It doesn't seem like that long ago, but I had a street session there. I was stuck in traffic when I started filming, but it seems to have cleared up. The only thing that hasn't cleared up is the rain that has now started. So let's hope when I finally get there, it will be dry. I waited too long. Besides the fact that it's still raining a bit here, the spot that I really wanted to skate, that I wanted to start on, and still wanted to get some tricks on, is now gone. Or the spot is still there, but there's no longer a ride up. There was construction here the last time I got here, but now the opening to the bank is actually closed. So unfortunately it's gone for good and I can no longer skate it, which is a real bummer. And I'm not sure if it makes sense to find a different spot because the rain is getting worse. And I might have driven out here for nothing, and I really feel like a fool and an idiot this week. Like the biggest idiot on the planet. I think this is going to be the worst episode ever, which means it will probably get the most views, like it typically goes. After lunch it dried up again and I had two options: mope around on the couch or come back to my usual parking lot close to home and do here what I can do. So I started doing the things on the bank that I know I can land. I started trying some new things that maybe I could land. I didn't today, and that's okay. I didn't want to keep trying too long and get agitated by that. And at the end I just tried hopping over that manhole cover, just trying to get my confidence back and trying to get a good ollie back. I'm not completely there, but it's a start, and I have to keep doing these things to get back into a groove, to find my mojo back and to find some momentum again. But for today and for this week, it is what it is. This was a really sucky week, a really terrible episode. Currently it's mostly me. My setup feels a lot better. The only thing that I don't like is that my bushings feel a bit too tight and they keep sticking a bit, even though I went one durometer bigger than I had last time. Last time I had 94A, now I have 95A. And it's a big difference because with the 94s I had 1.5 thread showing. Now it's flush and it feels a bit too stiff, especially on the front truck, because that's the foot that I steer with when I push. And as a former Mongo pusher, I like to have a bit more control with the front foot. So that's a little thing, but currently it's mostly me. I really have to find my confidence back. And if you made it up until here, man, you're a diehard. Thank you very much for sticking around and putting up with me. I hope to see you again next week, and I hope next week will be better again.